Good afternoon, everybody. It is your, I don't know, whatever I am, Rick Rockwell, and I am coming to you from a quarantine hotel in the heart of Mississauga, Ontario. So, if you watched the previous video, you would have seen that I was in Montenegro for a couple of weeks on business, mixing some pleasure in with the business. So I'm, full disclosure, unvaccinated as of right now. And the result of that is on the way back into Canada, I had to, you have to register with a quarantine hotel and you have to spend, I guess, probably up to 3 days. Well, okay, so let me take you through the process of what happens. So first of all, you get off the airport, right? Our plane landed at about 8:30 last night in Toronto. And we had to wait on the plane for another 20 minutes because there was a strike, or there is a strike going on with the Canadian Border Services. Jesus Christ, look at this hair, man. And then when, we moved through, as you typically do, and then got into the customs hall. And that was a scene of absolute chaos. And I couldn't help notice how ridiculous it was to be, we have to go into some quarantine situation. Meanwhile, we're standing cheek to cheek. I'll show you some visuals. So you can see this is inside the customs hall, I guess you would call it, in Pearson International Airport. And it was absolute madness. There was at least 1,000 people in there, if not more, I would say, crammed together, breathing on each other, fighting, arguing with each other. And that whole thing took over an hour to get through. I want to say probably an hour and a half. It's pretty strange to think that whatever the rules are, you have to kind of at times stop and think, okay, is there common sense to what we're trying to achieve here? And clearly I can say that, everybody that comes off that plane has already passed a COVID test. You have to have a COVID test just to get on the plane. Let's see, do I have mine here? Yeah, so, yeah, here it is. So this is from a lab in Montenegro where I went and I got the test, and that was a very, very good, easy process, as it has been. I've been tested many times and it's not really been too difficult. But everybody has a test by the time you get onto that plane. So the odds of people coming into the country, without any virus are pretty good. But then you get into Pearson, and I'd say the odds of getting the virus there are the highest they would have been during my entire trip. I still feel great, by the way. So anyway, so we get out of there, and what happens next? They give you a sticker on your passport, a stamp, if you will, that says whether you are vaccinated or whether you're unvaccinated. But they use different terminology so as not to offend people. So there's a green pH physical, what is it, PHAC stamp, I think it is. I pulled mine off because I didn't like it. And there's a blue one. I got the blue one. That means I'm not vaccinated. So as you pick up your luggage, you go through the declaration. Then a person herds you into a different area if you happen to have the blue stamp. And in that area, they say to you, they ask you which hotel you've booked. First of all, also, I forgot this too. Before you leave, you have to go on Arrive Canada. And that's an app that you download, or you can just go online and fill it out. And you have to fill out what your quarantine plan is. You have to fill out which hotel you've booked, whether you've been in contact with the usual shit. Everybody's used to this stuff by now, right? Even without this, right? So they review all that stuff. Then they send you out to go get a test. And before you get the test, you have to register with Switch Health, I think it is here. So you got to register a new account. Like since this COVID thing has gone on, the number of new apps and new accounts I've had to register. Like, what if you don't have a cell phone? You would be absolutely fucked or saved from doing all this shit, right? But anyways, I did that. Then I went in, got my test, which was quick and easy. Then they sent me on my way to the quarantine hotel. I jumped in a taxi. Then I got to the hotel, and the hotel owner said the taxi should have been paid for, but it wasn't. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this stuff isn't explained very well. But anyways, I'm in here now, and I've got my breakfast. I'm not allowed to leave, obviously, so I'll show you what I got. I got bagel. I got a second bagel, butter and cream cheese to go on the bagel, and a couple of these things, which, if you can see them, they look like, I don't know, like some omelets or something like that. And that's it. And a coffee. So I don't know. It's pretty boring. The most disappointing thing of all this is that you know, the test. Like, I mean, the test is apparently 72 hours. So I have to book a flight to get on to onwards to Vancouver, of course, right? And you know, they say this test could take up to 72 hours. Every other test I've had has been like, I don't know, 24 hours max. So this could fuck up my flight. We'll see what happens, I guess. I will keep you posted. Anybody has any questions about quarantine life, let me know. I'll try to answer them as best I can, right? Okay, so that's it from somewhat sunny Mississauga.